Hi. I hope you're well. It's been a while. Um, Things are pretty crazy out here, to say the least. Wow, pretty much all I can say. So I hope you're taking care of yourselves. I really do, and I hope you're safe. Um, I wanted to talk today um, about being broken. You know, uh, especially during times like this where everything is so chaotic, we tend to get caught up in the negative, again, in the hopelessness. And it's really difficult to see the bright side. Um, so, one thing that I've been getting a lot of comments about is that people stating it's not working. I'm not getting better. Okay. Well, um, I hope you don't give up. Number one, I hope you continue to fight for yourself because you're worth it. And I hope you can take a minute and realize you did not become broken overnight. It was not, more than likely not, just one thing. Many of us started the process in early childhood and realized it in adulthood. So it took a long time to get broken. It's not going to fix overnight. There's no magic pill. I've tried them. um, and it's going to take work. And one of the many things that I'm going to ask you today is to not give up on yourself. Okay? You are worth it. I'm worth it. Many times where I just wanted to throw in the towel and say, fuck it ain't working. Okay? But then the next day, I got the will to fight again. And that's going to happen to you probably. I'm just going to be honest. My very first video, I stated this is going to be a process. This is not a quick fix. This is not, an overnight success. Okay? During this time, especially when we've gone through the COVID or are going through it, it's not over yet. And now we have the rioting and the killings, and it's fucking depressing to just take a glance out there. We see the news, we see the papers, and we see the social medias, and I myself got caught up in that in the beginning with the social media. I felt compelled to express my opinions on it all. And I got caught up with the negativity. I had a lot of positive response, okay? I had a lot of negative. But those negative ones were my focus. And I could not understand why people could not see my side. My dad once told me when I was little, actually it wasn't just once, it was quite a few times, opinions are like assholes, and everybody's got them. Plain and simple. We are not going to agree with everybody. We're human. We're different. We're unique. We're us. And when we are feeling poorly already, and the world goes into such a chaotic state, it becomes easier to lose track of the brighter side and get sucked into that negative vacuum. So I'm going to encourage you not to do that. I'm going to encourage you not to, well, how do I say it? It's not that I don't want you to share your opinion, okay? I'm not saying that. We all have our rights to do our own things. But what I hope you could realize, and what I hope you can possibly agree upon, is that when we share our opinion and somebody doesn't agree, it triggers them too. And they bounce back. And we bounce back. And forth. And we get caught up in the negative dart session, basically, because we're just throwing them right back at each other. When I get caught up in that, personally, and it's hard for me not to. I am an incredibly opinionated woman. Just gonna say. And I don't feel better about myself at the end of the day. It doesn't fix anything for me. And honestly, it's not, how do I want to say it? It's not that it doesn't matter, but at the same time, it doesn't matter if their opinions don't agree with mine. And it doesn't change. That interaction, that negative interaction that I spent the day on social media with, engaging, because my point needed to be heard, it was the right one. Okay, that kind of a thing. It doesn't change anything except to bring me down. During this time, the world is dark enough already. Can we agree on that? It's dark enough already. So I encourage you to show restraint when it comes to this social media stuff. Show restraint. And see if at the end of the day you notice a difference. Find the positive, okay? The brighter side. By taking care of ourselves and our personal, within our walls, responsibilities, our kids, our home, our bills, us. If we could do that and still find the brighter side of things in life, our energy level comes up. And others notice that. Wow, did you see Molly? Wow, she looks so happy today. I mean, all this writing going on, and she's walking around whistling a tune to herself. She's unbothered. I want some of that. I want some of that contentment. I want some of that peace. That's the point where a change can be made. Not by forcing our opinions on other people. Not by helping the mass production, the mass spreading of all that negativity. I can have my feelings. I can express them at home. I can make one statement or something like that and then just leave it. So people know where I stand, you know? I started getting caught up in that. And I had been on a pretty high streak for a while. Feeling pretty good. But I started finding myself taking longer to get up out of bed in the morning. Forgetting to look around me at all the good that's still going on. There's still good. There's still good things happening. I turn off the news. I'll flip the channel and watch Friends. Or something like that. Versus hearing the constant chaos that we're in right now. I believe it's temporary. Okay? This is not the first time. Sadly, will probably not be the last time that we've gone through this as a nation, as a world. And I don't want to personally let all of this affect the personal growth that I've made in improving myself. I don't want to go back to the Molly I was a year or two ago. Okay? It took a long time to build up that old Molly, to put her in a state where she wasn't getting up out of bed for months on end. She could hardly talk at times because she lost the ability between here and here to communicate properly at times. I don't want to go back to the Molly that was passing out 12 times a day. Okay? I've worked really hard to leave that Molly behind and be the Molly that's sitting here now, attempting to share what it is I do that got me from that Molly to this Molly. And it's by taking care of myself. It's by taking care of my home, my children, my grandchildren. It's by finding that brighter side of life. It is not all doom and gloom. Okay? Yes, there's a lot of bad. There's a lot of negative. But I believe that without that negative, we wouldn't be able to appreciate the good when it happens. I also believe that by being that positive person, don't get me wrong, when I say look for the positive, be the positive, I'm not saying that you have to walk around with your head in the clouds. I can't stress that enough in my videos. I'm not saying that bad stuff doesn't happen, that I don't have bad days. I'm human. Of course I do. Okay? What I'm saying is I'm not getting stuck in that. That's not my sole focus. When I have a bad day, I let it's my feelings. Okay? They're your feelings. Own them, acknowledge them, and move on from that. Don't be stuck in that negativity. And it's really hard not to. But the world is still a good place. Okay? The world is still a good place. So I encourage you to, again, if you're able to, sit outside, sit next to a window, look through magazines, something with positivity to it. Listen. My thing is to listen to the birds in my yard. There are so many new birds I've never seen before, and some I haven't seen in a long time. My little dog's over there snoring. Sorry about that. But she's so cute. Keep an eye out for the good things. You know, our children's laughter, their happiness, they're oblivious to what's going on. You know, I want to be oblivious to what's going on to a point, you know. Of course I want to know. I'm going to peek in the news. I want to know what's going on in the world. That's not the only thing that I want to know. I want to know the good stuff too. I want to know that our air quality through this COVID quarantine has improved and is better than it has been in like 60 years. I want to know that it's bringing back more wildlife. I have deer in my yard. I haven't had deer in my yard in years. Many years. We're healing. Our world is healing through this. We can heal too. We need to just focus on finding at least once or twice a day, stopping and finding that one thing that's positive and good. Hopefully you have more than one, but I'm saying when you're in that low spot with depression, it's hard to find that one thing. So let's just start with trying to find that one thing. Like I say, if you could do more, right on, go for it. Being, just my belief, okay? Take it or leave it. I feel that when we are in a positive place, when we feel good about ourselves, when we are accepting of our situation and our surroundings, and what I mean by accepting of that is that they don't have to be perfect, okay? But we're growing, okay? Baby steps. This is baby steps, okay? But I believe when we are feeling good about ourselves, who we are, our surroundings, and we have that contentment with life that other people notice, it like shines from us, and they want that. And I think that's where change is made. And I encourage you to be that change. Brighten somebody's day. Help them out. You know? There's good. There's good still going on. And don't lose sight of that. With this quarantine, a lot of us can't get out to see our doctors. We can't go out with our friends, our supports that we had. And so it's really easy to just say screw it and be done. And I really, really, really hope and pray that you don't. I really, really, really and pray that you see your own value. We are all important. We all have something to offer in this world to someone or group, whatever. We're worth it. I'm worth it. You're worth it. Don't give up on yourself. Just because these little steps that hopefully you're trying didn't work immediately doesn't mean that they won't. It took a long time to get broken, and it's going to take a long time to fix it. But it's worth it. And it happens. And when you get to that point where you've put in the work, you've put in the time, and you look back and you see the difference between who you were this year compared to who you were last year, you'll see the brighter side. I hope you stay safe. Don't give up on yourself, okay? I'm not giving up on you either. I'm here making another video. I'm trying. You take care. Bye.